Who wants to watch The Accountant?
Hello, welcome to Shots Fired, the film review show where if we fire a shot, we take a shot. For every complaint that we have, we take a shot. 2 shots for a big complaint and 1 shot for a small gripe. And at the end of the review, we'll assign a rating to a film using our inebriometer, which rates a film based on how drunk we are. 1 being a good rating, 5 being a terrible rating.
You're different. Sooner or later, different scares people.
I have difficulty socializing with other people, even though I want to.
So The Accountant stars Ben Affleck, Anna Kendrick and J.K. Simmons. It's about Ben Affleck's character, who is basically Rain Man meets Jason Bourne. He's an autistic mathematical genius who, by day, he sort of does accounts for people. By night, he's also working for these top criminal organisations. However, J.K. Simmons is after him and he's blackmailed a young detective to try and figure out who he is.
We managed to see a preview of this because it's not out in UK cinemas yet, and our only other alternative was to watch Inferno.
You get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
George, what did you think of The Accountant?
I enjoyed The Accountant overall. I think it was a real mixed bag, but there was a lot of things in there that I didn't like, but there was a lot to like as well.
This film is really frustrating because I was really enjoying it throughout most of it.
Yeah, I was really struggling to sort of nitpick at things at first. The first third, 2/3 of the film, there's a lot to like. For example, the direction, it wasn't flat, it was quite interesting. A lot of really cool shots were being used. The script was really witty.
But like a film is like a plane journey though, really, because you know the plane journey might be really enjoyable, but if it crashes and burns at the end, it breaks
the journey a little bit. So for me, the film starts to show problems when, sort of out of nowhere, you get this conversation between the 2 characters, and you just get this massive expositional dump, shall we say?
Yeah, there's a lot of information revealed in this 5 to 10 minute period. A lot of points that they hit, a lot of information to give about these different characters in flashback form, and these flashbacks themselves, they're not very well edited, are they?
They're out of order.
Yeah.
And it's really confusing to follow.
Yeah, and we don't really want to spoil what happens in this exposition dump, but we kind of want to illustrate how much exposition is in this 5 minute period. So we're just going to put it as text form on the screen for you now. So So 2 shots for that very clumsily, poorly edited expositional dump. So the next sort of film breaking issue I had was with the twist at the end.
Spoilers, it turns out that Ben Affleck's character is the son of Rain Man.
Dude! Not cool!
Go on, sorry.
We'll be vague about it.
Yeah, we'll be vague, yeah.
But, you know, for me, it was like an oil tanker pulling into the harbour, steered by Captain Obvious.
With big neon signs.
Yeah, like, there's a twist coming! Twist is incoming! The twist is arriving! Here is the twist!
Yeah.
But yeah,
I didn't see it coming. I must be like deaf and blind in that analogy, because I did not see it coming. And I was annoyed when it revealed itself. I was really annoyed because this happens in like the final third at the climax, and yeah, that really frustrates me because it does this thing what a lot of films are doing now, like Spectre and Jason Bourne, which I think is like really, really cheesy, where the antagonist and protagonist are somehow related to each other in the sense that they know each other, or they've met before, or something like that. And it's just annoying because it's just very, like, life's not like that. It just seems... And there's even a line where he goes, hey, what are the chances of this? And I'm like, exactly, what are the chances?
To be fair, because I saw the twist coming, I accepted it, and I saw how they were building up to it. So I thought, okay, if this if this delivers, then I'll give it a pass. But
Yeah.
it doesn't. The
So
execution felt like I was supposed to not tell that it was coming, but I did.
Yeah, so 2 shots maybe for bad character twists, either
Yeah.
in execution or in concept. For the next problem I have with the film, I think we need to go into spoiler territory.
Yeah. So spoilers. This is your warning, okay? But if I'm honest, it might even be worth watching this, even if you haven't seen the film, because you can be prepared for it.
It's your call.
Yeah.
Your call. So it turns out that Ben Affleck is actually a good guy. He's working with the criminals, but only so that he can develop enough information about them to hand in to the police. That premise in itself, I think, is brilliant. I love the fact that we go in thinking he's a bit of a shady dude, but it turns out he's really the good guy. The issue, however, lies in J.K. Simmons' character, his motivations. He blackmails this young detective into a sort of follow the breadcrumbs kind of like, oh, we need to find out who the accountant is. So you're thinking at first, yeah, well, of course he does. He wants to arrest the accountant because at this point you think he's the bad guy. But then when he reveals that J.K. Simmons knows he's a good guy, it makes you think, well, why would he want to know his identity if he's very happy with the relationship they've got? And it didn't make any sense. So for me, that's 2 shots for quite a big plot hole, really.
Yeah, I agree.
Other than the twist itself, the way that the ending plays out, what did you think about that?
Okay, so he figures out who the main bad guy is
About halfway through the film.
Yeah. So then he goes on a assault on this guy's house, which it's a good action scene, and
I'm just going to top up.
Okay. And I kind of expected an action scene. I know.
Sorry, am I distracting you?
Where was I? Oh yeah. I expected an action scene at the end, and I thought the action scene was very well done. I enjoyed it.
Very well directed. The film, especially in the opening shot, does a very good job of showing you just enough in the frame to make you go, oh, who's the man behind the gun? Or like, oh, where is he now? Where's he hiding? Or like, it's just really well done.
It was a very enjoyable action scene, and I don't know why anyone would have a problem with it.
No, my problem is, okay, I like films where a guy's good at a thing. In this case, he's good at maths. He's good at solving problems. Like the scene right at the beginning of the film, he's solving this, like as a child, he's solving this jigsaw puzzle, and you see him sort of working away at the puzzle, and then it reveals that he solved the puzzle upside down, so he didn't even need the picture to solve the puzzle. You know, so like this just shows you like how cool the guy is, and I love shots like that. But for it to just be pure action and no thought process at all, no kind of detective work, no mathsy stuff, I just felt was a little disappointing because the film has basically just become Jason Bourne, and I've seen Jason Bourne. Or it becomes John Wick, and I've seen John Wick. I want to see the accountant do accountant stuff. I just want to see him there at a desk.
Okay, yeah.
So for me, it's a minor gripe. It's one shot. You can join me. You can not. That's your call.
I enjoyed the action scene, so
Okay.
you know what time it is, George. It's time to break out the inebriameter. At some point, we will have a theme tune. Until then, that will have to do.
What makes it stand out from the other sort of action thrillers is that you've basically got Rayman as your main character, so that's really cool. But the film has some technical issues with the way it sort of dumps the exposition like it does. It kind of slows down in the middle as well. And also, I didn't like the twist. I didn't like the fact that everyone's related to everyone in a certain sense, and the ending was a little underwhelming because I would rather have seen more of an intellectual ending as opposed to just a shootout, which was well done. I'm feeling tipsy.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with most of what you say. You know, I'm very conflicted about this because I enjoyed most of it, but that ending made what I enjoyed kind of redundant, really. And there are like I said, there are lots of things with the direction that I enjoyed, like specific things. For example, there's a scene where Ben Affleck is stood in front of this poster, and the poster is a robotic hand touching a human hand. He was stood on the side of the robotic hand. That gives you a little bit of
Oh,
So
that's cool. I didn't notice that.
There's a bit of
I
visual.
love the shot, but yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
It's a 3 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, that's fair. What we can say though is we had more fun than when we watched Girl on a Train.
Yes. Don't watch Girl on the Train. Watch this instead.
Yes.
When it comes out in November. Yeah. So you have to wait. I mean, we got a preview because we're awesome.
Yeah, and we booked.
And we booked.
Yeah,
He booked.
I booked.
I still owe him a tenner.
Yeah, you do. And a fiver for the...
And a fiver.
No, it's 15 quid.
15 quid.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Oh dear.
Can our son lead a normal life?
Define normal.
So, that was a decent film, but I'll tell you what, George, I'm having very strange feelings about our next review.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. In fact, you could say that I might need to see a doctor about these strange feelings that I'm having.
Ah, yeah. Stranger Things.